The Abia State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, has urged the Nigerian Army to end the dehumanization of travelers on the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, the trial of former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele in an alleged procurement of fraud case has been adjourned to January 18, 2024. Emefiele is accused of awarding a contract for the procurement of 43 vehicles worth 1.2 billion naira to a CBN staff member, Sadatu Yaro, between 2018 and 2020. Following his remand at the Kuje Correctional Center, Emefiele was granted bail of 300 million naira on November 22nd, with conditions including providing 2 sureties with certificates of occupancy and titles of properties within the Maitama district in Abuja. At number 2, President Bola Tinubu swore in 8 new permanent secretaries, approving their appointments after successfully navigating the Federal Civil Service selection process. The ceremony took place before the commencement of the week's Federal Executive Council meeting, which Tinubu presided over. The newly appointed permanent secretaries are Ndakayo Aishetu Gogo, Adeoye Ayodeji, Rimi Abba, Bako Odo, Omachi Omenka, Ahmed Umar, Wati Tunuke, and Ella Abo. At number 3, the Enugu State government has temporarily halted the planned implosion of the failed bridge on the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. The decision was attributed to logistical challenges faced by the Explosives Ordnance Disposal Unit and other relevant agencies responsible for executing the implosion. The Commissioner for Information and Communication, Aka Eze Aka, and his counterpart in the Ministry of Works, Gerald Otiji, expressed apologies for any inconvenience caused and assured the public that a new date for the exercise would soon be announced. At number 4, the Abia State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, has urged the Nigerian Army to end the humanization of travelers on the Enugu-Port Harcourt Expressway. The council expressed concern over the humiliation of commuters at army checkpoints, especially between Umuahia and Enugu, describing the experience as agonizing and time-consuming. The union commended the police authorities in Abia for the decline in extortion of motorists by its personnel on the roads. However, expressed worry over the disturbing rate of extortion at military checkpoints on various roads in parts of the state, and called on the military hierarchy in Abia to halt such corrupt tendencies. At number 5, Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke reaffirmed his commitment to good governance and increased democratic dividends during an event marking 1 year in office. The governor highlights achievements including the reconstruction of 90 kilometers of roads and ongoing projects, addressing doctors' welfare, rehabilitating 345 health centers, and launching a digital economy agenda. Adeleke also emphasized reforms in the public service, phased payment of inherited pensions, and half-salary debt clearance. At number 6, the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline is slated to kick off construction in 2024, as announced by Nigeria's gas minister, Emefiele, stretching across 5,600 kilometers and traversing 13 African countries. The pipeline aims to facilitate the transportation of gas from Nigeria to West Africa and potentially extending to Europe, opening up substantial economic prospects. The project, connecting Brass Island in Nigeria to northern Morocco, could potentially link with the Maghreb European pipeline, positioning Nigeria to earn considerable revenues by supplying gas to Europe. At number 7, the Abia State government has announced that unverified civil servants in the state will no longer receive salaries as of the end of November. The Commissioner for Information and Culture, Prince Oke Kanu, stated that the verification exercise began in July, and despite a 2-week extension, some workers have not participated. The government has published the names of unverified staff who are expected to submit the document to their heads of establishments for the verification committee. At number 8, Nigeria Telecom subscribers spent at least 2.59 trillion naira on airtime and data in the first 9 months of 2023, marking a 32.57% increase from the 1.95 trillion naira recorded in the same year in 2022. The financial statements of MTN Nigeria and Airtel Africa reveal the surge in spending, driven by recent data subscriptions and naira devaluation. MTN reported a 36.4% growth in data revenue, with data usage on its network increasing by 29.1%. Airtel recorded a 29.3% growth in data revenue, with data usage per customer rising to 5.9 gigabytes per month. At number 9, 11 workers died in a tragic accident at a South Africa platinum mine when the lift they were in fell as it was lifting workers at the end of their shift, according to Impala Platinum, the company that owns the mine. The lift, carrying 86 employees, was at a depth of 1,000 meters when it suddenly started descending during its ascent. Despite efforts to apply emergency protocols, the lift continued downward, resulting in fatalities and serious injuries. Impala Platinum has suspended all operations at the mine, and an investigation has been initiated. Finally, at number 10, the Israel-Hamas truce has been extended for 2 more days, allowing for the release of Israeli hostages in Gaza in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres praised the extension, and Israel has reportedly received a new list of 10 more hostages for release. While the truce aims to secure the release of hostages, Israel remains committed to its goal of destroying Hamas. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.